app. Download it now.
The power trip, I should say, hits the road to Treasure Island Resort and Casino March 28th and 29th. Join us in the Parlay Lounge on the 28th from 7 to 9 as we play games for great prizes, including a mock initials game for a trip to Las Vegas. Then stick around for Friday morning as we broadcast live from TI, host the first initials major of the year, and give away another trip to Las Vegas. For more info, head over to KFAN.com, make the keyword calendar.
And don't forget, Arube gets to be a part of that major. Right, so not only do we have the 5 Rubes play on stage Thursday night, and the winner of that Rube game of initials wins a trip for 2 to Las Vegas, thanks to our friends at Treasure Island. But somebody gets to play the major against you guys on Friday morning. That's just a random draw.
Cray.
Hell yeah.
2 things. Mark Rosen's on his way in.
Oh. About time.
That's good. And Crazy Legs Larry on the internet here sends me an email with a great idea. We should make it teams. So Oak would be a team captain and Corey would be a team captain each week. So it'll be 3-on-3 when it comes to the Duel of the Decade board game.
I like that.
Nice job, Crazy Legs Larry.
Yeah.
Oh. That was like Russell Crowe.
This is KFAN News with Chris Hockey.
Hi, that's me. I'm Chris Hockey. And here's the news.
By the way, you know what I just realized, too, because we do this all the time. If you don't listen to the entire show, 90% of our jokes are callbacks from previous parts of the show.
That's true.
Yeah. Like, if somebody just tuned in and you said Crazy Legs Larry, and I said, like Russell Crowe, and 3 people in this room laughed, people in the cars are going,
who?
That wasn't even close to funny.
Right.
Yeah.
Why are they giving him a Midwesterner courtesy laugh?
I'm charmed.
I guess what I'm saying is just listen to all 3.5 hours of the show.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we're not funny.
Don't skip out.
We're not good.
Well,
No.
You guys think we're good at this?
yeah, I think we do okay.
I think
you're quite
I think we do okay.
entertaining.
I think we do all right.
I think
Quite.
some of you are.
I think people are paying the right price for it.
Something doesn't change around here. A lot of us are going to be paying the price.
Yeah, ain't that the truth? The Mega Man's jackpot has rolled over again. And they all rolled over and one fell out.
It's like $1 an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh,
I love that song. That's a
Yeah.
good song. I should recut that as a heavy metal song.
Yeah, you should.
And that's officially our best idea of the day, and we've been on the air for 2 hours.
With no grand prize winner on Tuesday night, the big drawing, a whopping $525 million will be up for grabs. Next drawing is on Friday. The cash option, $247. I believe the Powerball is tonight. So
Generational wealth.
Can't win.
Yeah,
You don't
man.
play.
That'd be sweet.
Right? That's right. Hey, what's your name? Zacho?
Hi.
You
Hi,
all right?
buddy. Hi. Delta Airlines going to be offering flights with views of the total solar eclipse.
Lucky.
Okay.
I wonder what that looks like from the air.
A great question. The airline announced several flights for April 8th, with one flight specially designed to follow the path completely, in totality. The flights will depart from Austin, Texas at 12:15 p.m. I'm sorry, that's not right. Austin, Georgia at 12:15 p.m. and land in Detroit. Aircraft type will be an Airbus A220, and they think the plane will stay together the entire flight.
Brilliant.
So there you go.
I don't know. You know,
That'd be kinda
I'm
neat.
sure they've thought this out. This feels like guaranteed disappointment.
Yeah.
Doesn't it?
Yep.
There has to be a reason why they think they can just time it right and nail it, and they're going to have the right angle, the right view. Everybody that's looking out a certain window.
See, that's the thing. I wonder if like you pay for seats on one side and you don't see us. You're on one side of the plane, people are like, oh, and you're like, son of a bitch.
Missed it.
right. You know, when you do the seat selection on the websites,
Yeah.
the ones on the left are like $900 a piece,
Correct.
and the ones on the right are $1.
Yeah.
I got a sweet deal on that Eclipse flight.
Yep. Would you do that there, Zacho?
Yeah, I mean, and then what you said there was an A220, which I think
Yes, yep. Mhm.
has some pretty good sized windows.
Right.
So yeah, I would definitely love to see that from the air, and it must be a pretty cool thing. I will say, when I was down in St. Joseph the last time in 2016, when we technically missed it, but
Yeah, right.
it was still cool to see in the middle of the day street lights and all these car headlights turn on.
Yeah.
And then turn back off again. It's a cool deal. I hope if you ever get a chance, go see it. Go see it.
I'll be down in my hometown for that. It'll be fun.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, it'll be good. And it goes right over Union City.
Speaking of cool to see, I'm not trying to bring the room
It goes
down.
everywhere, you know.
Promise you I'm not trying to bring the room down. We can do this quickly, just so we don't all get depressed. I was driving to play cards yesterday, and I didn't know this, but I drove past the path that the procession was going to go through.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
It is, it's hard not to get a little choked up when every bridge you cross they got all the cops and the firefighters and volunteers and friends and family, and every overpass is just loaded with firefighters and police officers and American flags and signs. It was awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, I know that doesn't bring those 3 people back, right? If you're a family member and you're taking that trek.
Yeah.
But man, to watch just what seemingly looked like the entire state ready to watch those vehicles go through, it was kind of awesome.
It's good to know that people care.
Yep,
correct.
It was pretty cool.
When you think nobody cares anymore, right?
Yeah.
Amen.
Man, it was there was a lot of people on those overpasses.
Oof.
Super cool.
My goodness, man. What a thing.
Yep.
That
what
whole
a thing.
story, just, geez Louise, man. Yep. Let's see. What can I, can't do that one now. I'll do something completely, here's something for you. I'll do something completely unrelated. So, yeah. If you're wondering why you always have one sock missing, well, you're not alone. Here's something titled The Mystery of the Missing Socks. Somebody at the news desk took time to do this.
British scientists say the average person loses about 1 sock a month in the laundry. That's a dozen a year, over 1,100 in a lifetime, and they're never a matching set. They say socks disappear in the washer and dryer equally, leaving a trail of orphans. And there's no sock monster. In the washer, socks get lodged in the agitator. In the dryer, it's the lint trap. The solution? Use a washing bag, pin your socks together, or just buy more socks. I'm Bree Tennis.
Thanks, Bree. Stop being so mean.
Can you
don't
play
be
that-
so
Can
mean.
you play that again?
Yeah. By the way, the what is it? The agitator?
Yeah.
That's Common Man Dan Cole.
Yeah. Brilliant.
Right, isn't it? I mean, that should be the name of his show.
British scientists say the average person loses about 1 sock a month in the laundry. That's a dozen a year, over 1,100 in a lifetime, and they're never a matching set. They say socks
Jimmy, stop
disappear in the washer and dryer.
Is that what you were wanting to hear?
12 a year,
Yeah.
but 1,100 in a lifetime.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense,
Maybe
does
you
it?
lived to 2,000.
What the hell is she talking about?
I don't know.
Bree, you're condescending and mean.
I mean,
And Hawks turned on.
I kind of am. I don't even know what you look like, but I don't
Yeah.
care.
Hawk loves it.
I do. Bree Tennis, cheese, and a sport.
Equally, leaving a trail of orphans. And there's no sock monster. In the washer, socks get lodged in the agitator. In the
92.
The agitator.
That's
I
if
love
you
it.
lived to 92. All right, that's not as crazy as I thought. I thought it was a little higher than that.
Okay, cool. I'm glad you did the math because I was just going to go with whatever you were saying.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
Felt high.
Yeah,
I love how
me
the
too.
solution is just buy more
Don't smoke at
dummy.
work.
Yeah, buy more socks. What else are you going to do? What else are you going to do? I felt real good the other day, like a real sense of peace when I finally got rid of the sock with the giant hole in the heel.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm making a grown-up decision right now. I'm throwing this some
I'm
bitch
a
away.
real man.
Yep.
That's why you just load up on the same brand of socks, right? Because then if you lose one out of a pair, you still have 93 others that match it identically. Who cares?
I feel where you're coming from.
You know what I do?
I can't wait to find
I
out.
can't even imagine.
I wear golf socks all the time.
That shocks 0 human beings.
They're ungodly comfortable.
Very.
I don't even
And
know
Are they,
what the difference
what's
is.
yeah? I've never worn golf socks.
You wanna
walk
wear
us
golf
through
socks?
that? I don't want to wear your socks.
You don't want to wear
Oh, here
mine
we
either,
go.
trust me.
What kind of material are we talking there?
Why are your socks crusty?
They look feminine.
Yeah, they sure do.
That's your limp wrist.
I'm not trying to. Again, I know I just rubbed them with the back of my hand. Those feel like socks, though. What,
No,
what are
they're
they made
just-
of?
There's a little extra cushion.
Yeah, they're great. They're
No kidding.
Yeah.
Most of them, yeah. You buy
Golf
the nice
socks.
ones, yeah. Golf socks are. I'm with Sauce on
And
that.
I had
like
no idea.
Take
Parrish,
your word for it.
I get to the golf course, I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
I forgot socks.
Yeah.
So I always have to buy a new pair. So I have hundreds of pairs of golf socks.
So many golf socks.
Yeah, and they're
It's
super
ridiculous.
comfortable.
Yeah.
And
forget socks?
they're dry, so they keep your feet kind of dry from sweating. They're great. I wear them all the time.
Well, that's great.
And they're easy to put on. You don't have to bend over as far.
I had no idea this was a thing. I really did not.
I didn't
I'm
know
not
that was-
joking. I didn't know there
I
was
I
didn't
a
wear
either.
golf socks all the time.
Yeah.
They're the best socks.
Interesting.
Are you stealing lessons from the toilet?
No, I just asked Parrish how he hits it so far.
Radio for 5
What is it? Vertical drop, horizontal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was it called?
You did the
Curb?
vertical drop.
Yeah.
Vertical drop, horizontal.
Pull.
What is it?
Isn't
Pull?
it twist or pull?
I don't remember what the word
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
Pull through.
Curb
Larry stole
enthusiasm.
it.
Yeah, he stole
Pull
it.
through.
Hold on, you got a free golf
It's
lesson.
so good. I was here first.
You got roped off.
Yeah, I got roped. So good.
Sauce, you want to do sports when we get back before Rosie starts talking?
I'd love to.
Okay.
Candles when a club lost power. Save the suits
sponsored by Mystic Lake.
You're listening to
The Flop, Sweat, and Tears comedy tour with Meat Sauce and the Common Man heads to River City Extreme in Monticello on Friday, February 23rd. Tickets are on sale now. You can head over to eventbrite.com and search Common Man to get yours today. But caller 11 to 1-800-320-5326 is going to win your way in.
Hell yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah, go see it.
Rosie,
This Friday.
Parish, Rosie.
put your mic on.
Turn that on first.
Hi,
Roser.
You're a pro. I've been
How you
watching
doing,
you on TV the last couple of days.
Yeah, there's been plenty of hockey.
Yes,
Tis
there
the
has.
time of year. Tis
Yeah.
the season.
And girls hockey tournament starts.
Yes, it does. We're heading to the parishes. Are heading over there today. Watch You Want to Know Girls. Started off this morning at
Oh
11.
my God, it's all right. It's 10 o'clock. It's
today.
Wednesday.
It's today.
I always forget. Help me out here. But I think for all the tournaments, these games are not. The quarterfinals are not televised, or are they? I'm confused.
Not the girls' tournament.
Okay, but
yeah.
either
What's
is,
your problem?
but either's a boys
Yeah.
basketball.
Oh,
the
really?
first round, I don't think, is televised.
Correct.
Which I always felt was really kind of unfair for these kids who work hard enough to get to the tournament, and then they don't get the. And if they lose, they lose, and they're playing the consolation bracket, which is still nice. But I mean, you don't get that
No.
exposure that you work hard for all year to get to the tournament.
I got to be honest with you.
So
You surprised me. I didn't know that. I had no idea.
So
just assumed
I
they were
was
on.
I thought you would, of all people, would know if the tournament was on today, but I don't, because Channel 45 normally does it, right? I mean, Channel
45. Yep.
45. But
You can't help, and every time I'm on air, and the producer Ricky or Katie, whoever it is,
Right.
says 45 in your head, and you can't help but go.
Of course. Well,
45.
that's kudos to them.
Well done.
You know,
They have ingrained it into us.
Correct.
And thank you for hiring me. 45. I love you.
Yes.
Brilliant.
This is Louis' last go round this year.
God, that's
Number 60.
So
Which
Parish,
is
off here,
absolutely
you're
awesome.
telling me it's about time.
You said you had a blog about
He
it.
told me long overdue.
Push him out of the press box.
Wow, you guys are mean. I didn't say that.
Never.
I swear, Lou,
Never.
I didn't say that.
Man,
no,
what's
it's
wrong
gonna
with
be
your eye?
gonna be weird, man. I'm looking forward to going to. I mean, Saturday. I can't imagine. I mean, they're gonna do something absolutely special for Luke because he deserves it, and it's gonna honestly, it's gonna be like Christmas without Christmas music
Yeah.
next year. Not being to hear, not hearing his voice during the state tournament. It's just gonna be
I don't know how
weird.
if you feel the same way. I don't see Louis getting too emotional about it.
No.
At all.
No.
Not. I mean, a lot of other people around him might, but he's going to go, okay.
Oh yeah. The rest of us will
Going
be
for dinner
sobbing
and-
like babies. He's like, "When's Mancini's? When we going to Mancini's?
Exactly.
Let's go.
You got it.
Enough of this hubbub."
Yeah. Anyway.
I say just give it to Halverson. Right? The Wild won't let him do Let's Play Hockey. Let's just have 45 let Halverson be the voice of high school hockey forever. He likes high school hockey more than other hockey anyway.
hates that idea.
No.
Am I the only one that is voting pro Halverson?
Why isn't
I'd
he
love
allowed
to
to
see
do
Halvey
maybe
steps.
Let's Play Hockey?
Well, because he once compared the Wild power play to Ebola.
Ebola, yeah.
So that's why he's never doing Let's Play Hockey. But he has never done that, I don't believe, to the
He did.
Minnesota State
Did
High
do that.
School
At least
Hockey
it
League.
wasn't the
That
Black
is the reason.
Plague.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
It's time for Fan
One
5
story,
on the
then we
Power
break.
Trip.
One.
Presented
That's
by
it?
All Around Property Preservation.
The Wild, Perry, lost last night 6-3 to the Jets. The Wild got goals from Marco Rossi, who scored 2, and Kaprizov scored his 24th of the season. The Wild snapped their point streak. They battle the Oilers in Edmonton on Friday at 8 p.m.
Yeah, they are in the middle of the toughest 3-game stretch they will see all year. That's for sure. With the big one taking down Vancouver, the number 1 team in the NHL, a 7-goal third period. Everyone saw that coming. And yes, it was my daughter's birthday that got to ride Zamboni. That was my favorite part.
Wow.
And last night going into Winnipeg, the number 1 defensive team in the NHL, their goaltenders numbers, they're both about 2.2 goals against and 9.25 or 9.2 save percentage. Absolutely lights out for them. 5-on-5, the best D in the league, and came up a little bit short. They have the big emotional win, as I was just talking about, Vancouver on Monday, and to get back up when you get on a flight and you fly to, no offense, Winnipeg, it's a little bit of a letdown. As opposed to where when you're Winnipeg, you lose in Calgary, you're coming home with a big time chip on your shoulder. You're ready to go. You want to get back in the win column. And yeah, even though Minnesota still played really well, there was plenty of parts of the game. They controlled the game. They had 39 shots on goal. The power play stepped up, going 2 for 4. Talking about Rossi, obviously tying Bedard for the goal, for the rookie goal mark right now. So there were a lot of good things, and now after the number 1 team in the NHL and the number 1 defense in the NHL, now might as well take the odds-on favorite to win the Stanley Cup for the 3rd game in a row. I mean, it's just absolutely insane.
At least they got out there with their bodies intact, which normally doesn't happen when they get out of Winnipeg, right?
Exactly.
I mean,
Kaprizov's healthy.
Oh, man.
Nobody jumped on him. Nobody broke his rib.
Middleton got into a fight.
Big Stanley,
guy.
too. Holy cow. He's 6'7", that dude.
Is that right?
Yeah, that's some serious reaching. Middleton's a big boy, yeah. He took him down.
Yeah.
Don't mess with tarps off, man. That's his thing. Tarps off, no shirt.
Okay, I got you.
Oh. Yeah.
All right,
you guys.
No,
it's not weird. It's wild.
We knew.
It's wild.
Do you want me to keep going?
Huh? What?
I thought we were doing one story. Did Hawk leave?
You blew it!
I'm sitting right here, baby.
But he didn't say that. You're right. You're being
You're right. No,
professional.
you're right. You're very professional. Thank you for
way to
that.
pay attention.
Thanks for once.
You seem confused. You did everything right.
You did everything.
He said
that was on
they
me.
won.
That was on me. I didn't know they were done.
Sometimes I don't know. I'm doing mock drafts on my computer. The Wolves are now off.
No. You were fine.
Ball, the Fan.
All right, 7:40 Power Trip Morning Show. Roser's here. Parrish is here. Small Town Bar. Cover bands. Small Town Stars.
Amen.
Rosie drunk in the corner.
Is this Rise?
Close. Same singer. Roser?
Yes, sir.
How's your belly?
I'm feeling good now.
Okay,
I had a 48 hour called, a bug of some sort. It was really weird because we went to go see Dial M for Murder the other night at the.
Ooh, how was that?
Oh, it's great. I haven't seen live theater at the Guthrie. Yeah.
So
I guess I can tell this story
there.
No, I wasn't feeling. No, honestly, we had dinner right next door, and I was going. I'm not quite sure I'm going to make it. I made it through, and then Monday and Tuesday were not good, but I'm fine.
Our sources say you had it coming off both ends.
No, that's not true.
Hawk said you had the worst diarrhea in the history
I
of
was
diarrhea.
trying to make it better for you. I wanted people to understand.
Was it coming out of just one end?
Yes.
And if so, which end?
I was trying to make it better for you. I wanted people to understand the severity
Was it
of
a
the
sliding
situation.
door and you couldn't touch wire?
No, that happened only once. Honestly, just people really want the details of that, but mostly just felt like I can't get to sleep fast. I felt like Mark Parrish. I want to sleep all bleeping day today.
Yeah.
I went to sleep at 9 o'clock. I mean, which you guys do all the time.
9,
but I was like out. It was fun. That part of it was great. I just slept.
Yeah, I had something similar happen to me when I was out in Jersey working the NHL Network. It was just 48 hours. It hit me like a freight train, and I literally couldn't get off the bed.
I told Hawk this when I got in. We went to the play the other night. Sold out. Really, really well done at the Guthrie, old Alfred Hitchcock movie that was made back in the 50s. And I got an aisle seat, which I requested, and I got bought my tickets a long time ago. There was a gentleman sitting behind me. I don't know how you guys handle this. It's like when you go to a movie and people are talking behind you, and you go, the people on the screen can't hear you. I don't know if you know this or not.
Yeah.
I felt bad for this gentleman. He was obviously battling some emphysema or something. He had a mask on.
Oh.
But I felt I was sharing a hospital room with him, where he was breathing like laboring every breath, and it would be like moaning a little bit, and it would be like, oh my, what am I going to do?
Could you just because I'm having a hard time picturing this, could you kind of try to reenact what that sounded like?
It's pretty tough right now.
The breathing and the moaning.
Well, the breathing was like,
What are you, a high Darth Vader?
I can't do it.
Breathing. Now try to reenact with the moaning.
No, I'm not doing the moaning because Zach will turn it into a button bar like in 10 seconds.
No, Zach's not here. He left.
Yes, he is.
Oh, he had to go see an eclipse.
But
what kind of a moan? Like a pain?
Yeah, it was like he was just he was just in discomfort. Just in discomfort. And, I didn't see him. I didn't make a visual contact with him until intermission. And I looked at him and I told Karen, I said, what am I going to do? What are we supposed to do? She goes, I know. Just take a deep breath. There's nothing you can do.
What, just to rub it in his face that he can't?
I know. Take a deep breath because he can't.
Right.
And I felt like he has every right to go to the play and be there, but it was so disruptive. But anyway.
Man, I didn't know you were so anti-emphysema.
Well, I am in a public forum. Plus, I figured maybe that's all.
Yeah, you used to do a fundraiser for emphysema.
I know.
Well, I guess
but I mean, it's just
every day you learn something on the Power Trip Morning Show. I would have lost all my money that you were anti-poor breathers.
I know.
So if you're struggling to breathe, stay the hell away from Mark Rosen so you don't ruin his day.
It's just, you know what I mean? It's the same type of thing. It was tough. I really, really did feel bad for him.
Now, speaking of
but I felt worse for me.
Speaking of anti-breathing, Parrish, I want to ask you a question. I'm going to test you real quick, okay?
Uh-oh.
I just got a sad tweet that somebody had passed away.
Oh, no.
When I say the words, or the name, I should say, Tim Dr. Hook McCracken. You know who that is?
100% Slapshot, baby.
That's right, yeah.
My.
Yeah, Paul Diamato, the actor who played Tim Dr. Hook McCracken, passed away at the age of 75.
Oh.
Well, I'm sorry.
I mean, talk about literally a legend in the hockey world.
75. He was 75.
Oh.
Man, I would love to play this scene where he skates out and gets in the fight on the face-off, but I know there's cursing. So
of course there is.
A ton of it. Yeah, a ton.
As somebody who didn't even, I'd never been around hockey, Slapshot,
Well, to this day, I still cannot believe that if someone would have said Paul Newman's going to play the lead in this.
Yeah.
Paul Newman.
And he said it was just one of his absolute favorite movies to do.
He was so perfect for it.
Perfect. Like, and I could not.
Reggie Dunlap, was that his name?
Yeah, and
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, Reg Dunlap.
I'm looking at it right now,
And
Dunlop,
the amazing thing is, if you've ever played minor pro hockey,
Yeah, I was going to say, you
it
probably
is extremely close to being bang on.
Not only that, but the Carlson brothers, when they played for the Minnesota Fighting Saints,
100%.
it could have been worse with the Fighting Saints because they were getting in fights before they left the locker room with the Houston Aeros, with that bunch they had with Gordie Howe and his kids. And it was insanity.
Absolutely crazy. And the amazing thing is that was written by a woman.
Yeah, and you're right, Nancy Dowd. That's right.
It's incredible. Because Nancy spent a lot of time around the boys.
Yeah.
Let me tell you that.
If you haven't seen that movie, and a certain generation,
have you seen it?
you need to see.
Oh my gosh, really?
You have never seen
Slapshot.
Slapshot?
It's a classic of classics of classics.
I was too busy watching Rookie of the Year for the 60th.
Great film. My sister loves that movie.
So Nancy Dowd based much of her script, as well as several of the characters, on her brother Ned Dowd's playing experiences in minor league in the 70s.
Yeah, that was it.
And honestly, they nailed it. I mean, it's hysterical.
Oh, goodness.
Wow. Yeah, I'm looking at it.
Except for I don't think we've ever had a hockey player strip on the ice.
On the ice.
Yeah.
Good bit.
Probably not.
Well, not intentionally.
Not yet. Yeah.
Man, Newman's character in that movie, he played that same character in like 50 different movies. I love that character, man.
Yeah.
That ride, wink at the camera thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So good.
The brown leisure suit. Brown leather leisure suit, excuse me.
Yep.
It's time for Vikings news on the Power Trip, presented by
Your truck accessories
Yesterday,
All your troubles, just...
You woke up, and what happened?
I wanted to talk some Bakken.
Go for it.
Go.
So yesterday on PA Show, we had a guy on from Denver, and they were talking about the possibility of Russell Wilson being a Minnesota Viking. And the guy from Denver said he would be an excellent fit here. And here's the other thing.
As a backup?
Because he wants to get rid of him.
he wants some golf.
No, but
he's a good fit anywhere but Denver.
Yeah, but I think the thing, though, is that we have to think about is if Kirk Cousins leaves, he's a wonderful bridge option because he's about $1 million.
Because Denver's paying the rest of his salary.
Yeah, but then we lose Lieber for a year.
Yeah, I was going to say, what would Ben do?
You'd never be able to talk to him.
Chris likes working with him.
Yeah.
He's a good dude.
And
man.
I like seeing him.
And Rosie likes him because he breathes well.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. It's a good breather. Yeah. He's a mouth breather.
No. Hard. I'd rather have Darnold. I'd rather have
Seriously.
Nick Mullins or Dobbs again.
I'm
Draft a quarterback and throw him into the fire.
I'm
rather
the
than
only
that.
guy on this side of the line, probably. But if you can get him for what I read was $1.7 million a year.
If Kirk leaves.
If Kirk leaves, of course. I'd rather have Kirk.
Well,
but all the choices out there, $1.7 million for him, I would do it in a second. Because, again, I can't imagine the season next year with, what was that kid's name? Sam Darnold as your starting quarterback. I can't imagine having to do that.
And the other thing is, and Rosie, you know this, that keeps that competitive rebuild going. Then they don't have. That's not starting over. Then you have somebody who can probably get Jefferson the ball and just facilitate. That is not.
This is a reporter from Denver who was speculating about this.
They were talking. Other teams. PA brought it up. They were talking about it yesterday.
Well, I read this morning he's going to Pittsburgh, so I don't think it's going to matter.
Yeah, I just,
I don't think it's going to matter because I think
week,
Kirk's going to sign a 2-year contract.
Yay!
Yeah.
You got some inside love on that, brother?
I do not.
Okay.
So if that happens, Rosie, if your confidence level is high, if Kirk is coming back, then what happens with Jefferson and what happens with Danielle Hunter?
Well, can they afford? First of all, Jefferson it's not his turn yet. Danielle's a higher priority. I mean, with the salary cap going up to what, 250?
250, yeah.
They have some moves to be made, and I think they can sign a free agent. I think they have to. I think Danielle's going to be. I think, unfortunately, Danielle might be gone.
He's the odd man out.
Jefferson's situation, I think they can get settled, hopefully sooner than later. But it's also going to be. They're going to have to guarantee all his entire contract. I don't see them going for that. I just don't. I mean. We all love Justin Jefferson, but if he thinks he's going to get fully guaranteed money for 3 years or 4 years,
what's the
luck.
downside, though? I mean, if there's not an injury insurance kind of a clause, what's the downside of having 4 years of Jefferson in his prime?
Nothing. Except
I don't understand.
It depends on what the dollar amount is. I mean, I think that's the thing. If he's asking for quarterback money? I mean, it's been proven. It's been proven that. And we all love Justin Jefferson. He's the most electrifying receiver we've had since Randy Moss. But if you look at the history of wide receivers and the impact they've had on championships and everything else, it's kind of minimal in terms of overall success for championship teams. And we've seen Kansas City look no further than what the Chiefs did, trading Tyreek Hill. And of all things, I read this. I was reading these stats yesterday. Patrick Mahomes they always talk about Brock Purdy being a game manager. That's what Patrick Mahomes has kind of turned into in terms of his yards per pass and yards per. Except that he does it with so much more flair and he's so flamboyant. But the Chiefs' passing game is nothing like it used to be with stretching the field for over 20 yards a gain or whatever it might be. They didn't have to. Plus, their guy was gone. So they just kind of, Andy Reid and his genius just kind of retooled everything. So I don't know. I mean, I obviously love J.J. sells jerseys. He's phenomenal to watch. We missed him last year when he was out, although the Vikings won a bunch of games. I hope they can get him signed. I still, that's their objective, but keeping all of them happy is not going to be easy. Plus getting Christian Darrisaw and signing a defensive free agent in the line who they desperately need someone in the middle of that line that can actually, clog things up and make a tackle. So I don't know. We got a lot of work to do over there.
Lots of work to be done.
Yeah.
That's be a fun time though.
I hope so.
I hope so.
Me too.
I mean, it starts in a week with the combine.
Yeah.
They go out. That's where they start talking about where he could go, what these teams, they get a framework of a deal, as you once said, Rose. That's where it starts.
It does.
And I think, though, that if the story yesterday from Albert Breer is correct, that they aren't going to guarantee the full contract, I don't think he comes
for
Kirk.
Oh, for Kirk?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
I don't think he comes back. I think he can get a guaranteed contract wherever he goes. Atlanta, Pittsburgh would give him a guaranteed contract because they're a significantly better team with him. And they know that if they offer 2 years at $90 million, all guaranteed, that'll seal the deal. If that report is true and the Vikings aren't going to do it.
It's a comfort thing as well for Kirk. We'll see where if he's willing, if his legacy feels like he can fulfill it somewhere else. That's also important to him because he's got enough money. I mean, it's just fill in the blanks at this point. But
Corey, I need you to answer this question.
Go on.
Where's Justin Fields going to play next year?
That's a good one.
Come on now.
I'm going to say
don't mess around.
Not Chicago.
Not Chicago.
Pittsburgh.
The overnight,
my guess.
The overnight guys brought up a point that I just missed because I guess I haven't really cared enough to break down the Bears speculation.
What?
But the one thing that I think, was it Jason Smith? Is that who does the overnight show?
It was Johnny Nashville.
Before, the guy before Ben Maller.
Yeah, Johnny Nashville.
He's Jason Smith.
Mr. Anderson.
Did you not hear? Am my mic on?
He said something like, if you're even on if you're the Bears and you're on the fence on Fields, right? Like, I think we got something, maybe we don't. Do we just, if you're debating it, his argument was, then that means you're answering your own question. Parrish, it seems like you're giving me the thumbs up that you agree. That if you're debating it, you're kind of answering your own question. So instead of going with Fields, trying to trade for a whole bunch of stuff and build around him, but then you're a year or so from having to pay Justin Fields, you can turn back the quarterback contract clock, start over with Caleb Williams, right? So now you don't have to pay him that giant money for about 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
Yep.
So his argument was, let's just roll with Caleb Williams and move on from Justin Fields.
I think he's right.
They will.
I like that logic.
100%.
They will regret it for the rest. I mean,
and I think the other thing, Rose, is the reason that they have to take him is they passed on the football player in Deshaun Watson. They passed on Patrick Mahomes. They've passed on a lot of quarterbacks, and it hasn't worked out. I think they cannot pass on him if everybody thinks he's going to be the next.
And they technically last year passed on Bryce Young, C.J. Stroud,
well
Anthony
played.
Richardson. They decided
played.
we would rather trade out and stay with Fields in this group. And Bryce so far looks like a disaster, but we'll see if he can turn it around. But the guys that are right after him look like they are franchise-worthy quarterbacks, and they didn't like him enough to stay at number one and take him.
Yeah.
So, for whatever. Doesn't Ryan Donaldson basically hate Ryan Poles?
Yeah, for some reason,
Yeah, what's the deal with that?
The
I have
GM
no
of the
idea.
Bears.
He
He's
just
got this
hates him.
weird vendetta against
really
Ryan
does.
He just hates him. It was his
rips him on Twitter
it was his
constantly.
Twitter picture for a while.
It's like they went to school together. Or something.
I know. It's like Ryan Poles slept with his wife or something.
How dare you?
Yeah.
And polled by Poles.
Vikings news.
That's a kid that you'd want to get your hands on.
Jesus.
Rosie. That was not
Zach, out of context. That's just not going to...
That's not good.
We're going to have to get rid of that one.
Mark, don't get mad at me.
Caleb Williams is not a kid, but I'd like to get my hands on him.
That's AI. That was not really you, Rosie. That was AI.
Almost no scenario where that button's going to be good.
Zero.
That was a one-time
I'm deleting
replay.
that for your love.
Way to go, Zach.
Nice going, Zach. Which one was that from? I don't even...
I never stand up for you. That button's got to go.
Thank you. I know you never stand up for me.
That one's
I got
gotta
a bone to pick with you about something, too, but that's a whole other story.
Please pick that bone. Please, I want to hear it.
Yeah, we got 3 minutes.
You said, and listen, I'm a big fan of the preposterous statement tournament. Love it. I love making fun of myself. I think it's an honor to be a part of it.
You're the favorite.
Well, look at number one.
Right
I agree with the favorite about Hooters.
Hooters.
That's a great line. I'm proud of it. The other one, when I compared...
Christian McCaffrey to Toby Gerhart?
Well, Toby Gerhart in college at Stanford was the Heisman Trophy runner-up. I was comparing them in college. He was kind of like...
See?
He was a running back of the year.
Right.
All-American.
Sing it, Rose.
Second in the Heisman Trophy. That's not my bone to pick with you. I don't care if people poke fun at that. Mine...
Tyler Newman and Antoine Winfield Jr.?
Because you said, they're both black. And I said, what?
I didn't say it with such enthusiasm.
No, but you said it. And I went, wait a minute. They both played at Minnesota.
Well, you white running back from Stanford who plays nothing like Christian McCaffrey.
At college he did. In college he did.
They're
that was
the
my
same
comparison.
Body types. Like
No. I was talking about his
ripped.
I wasn't talking about his body types. I was talking about his statistics. Yeah. I was talking about the kind of college All-American running back he was, why the Vikings picked him in the second round, but more importantly, as a collegiate back, you can talk about anybody else. Darren Nelson was probably the best running back at Stanford.
Now you're talking.
But I'm just saying, at that point, That's fine. I mean, if people want to poke at that, and I still think the Hooters one might have a chance of winning.
It's
but the
preposterous.
Tyler Nubin thing is.
See,
If
Come on,
Antoine
man.
Winfield
Rosie on that.
Jr. had played at Florida State, you would have never compared Tyler
No,
Nubin
because that was
to
the
Antoine
point.
Winfield
That was
Jr.
the point.
No, that's the point. They both played at Minnesota, and
That's the
the
point.
Gophers should be.
Everybody knows that.
No,
that's the point he was trying to
I
make.
said he was.
Except for Parrish. Put your hand down.
Oh,
He doesn't
my
even know
God.
what we're talking about.
Damn it, Rosie, I got your back, brother.
That's
Thanks,
all right.
buddy.
No, I'm done.
I got your
Perry
back,
has
Roser.
no idea.
Not the slightest clue.
Does Parrish know who? Who's the other guy? Who's the football players you're talking
Yeah,
about?
what were the names again?
Which one? The
the two
Gophers?
safeties.
Tyler
Antoine
Nubin
Winfield
and
Jr.
Does he know who Antoine Winfield Jr. plays
Oh.
for? Does Parrish know?
Probably not.
I don't think so.
I'm
No,
gonna say
probably not.
no.
He's got that look in his eyes. Let's go through
Not
the encyclopedia.
a clue. Not a clue.
By the way, Tyler Nubin is 6'2", 210, and Antoine Winfield Jr. 5'9".
You know what?
Similar
Leave that
stature,
Rosie alone.
style.
similar
Leave my
play
Rosie
style.
alone.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Rosie's still got a
Identical.
little sick belly. Leave him alone.
No, I'm fine now.
See, he's fine now.
So anyway, Nick liked to go to Hooters because of the food.
The wings were great
Oh,
there.
yeah, family establishment.
Family establishment.
Yeah.
I will stay there.
Wait, hang on.
I saw families in there all the time.
Rosie, what do you think? One more time. What do you think about Tyler Nubin and Antoine Winfield Jr.?
They're both black.
Right.
He said that. I didn't say it. I'm quoting
You are
him.
taking my Rosie out of context. Not this
Yeah, stop taking
You're the
Rosie
one
out
who
of
said
context.
it. You're the one who said it.
This is all AI.
Yeah, that's not
You're
Rosie.
screwing with my Rosie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Hawk's job.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, he compared AI to Patrick Ewing because they both went to Georgetown.
I don't know who either of those people are.
I know you don't.
8 o'clock hour of the Power Trip Morning Show
All right.
with Mark Rosen and some sound bites that we cut up after this on the Fan.
This is Arrival by Chanders. Local artist, Arrival.